Hello YouTube. So I'm just out one of my favorite places today practicing some skills, and I decided to try and set up a tripwire snare. So the parts of this that you have is you need a spring, and that's what this piece of sycamore sapling driven into the ground is the spring that's going to trigger this. And then you have a trigger piece down here, so you have a stake, basically just a tent stake that you've tied off to your spring, and then you have a stake over here, and this is what traps the noose. And you can see there's a little piece of a branch holding the snare up off the ground. So I kind of have a simulated animal burrow here, or a den under this log. So ideally, when you identify that there's some kind of a burrow that an animal's going in and out of that you want to try and trap, you want to try and direct the animal into it. So in this case, I've piled some logs around to the sides of it, so that the animal has to pass through the gate where the trap is. So the animal comes along and it gets caught on the snare, it cinches up on it, pulls it up off the ground, so the animal can't really get purchase on the ground and get itself free. These are a lot of fun to mess with. They'll probably tighten up on the animals that struggles. It just is going to take up the slack and trap it. But these are a lot of fun to work with, and they take practice. Probably one of the most incredible people I ever saw was a guy named Steve, and I believe they named him Critter, Steve Critter Davis, and he taught a class. I believe he's a good friend of Dave Canterbury's and works with him, and they do these classes on trapping, and it's pretty incredible. So here's my trigger piece. You can see how that just fits into that notch there, and it's just got to barely hook on. You just really don't want, you want it to let go at the slightest little bit of activity. So I'll tell you straight up, I am not no trapping guru, but it is fun to play around with and like that. I suppose if you were really famished, starving, and you needed a meal, they tell me trapping, well, fishing first. Fishing is probably the easiest way to get something if you can find fish, and then trapping. Hunting, stalking or still hunting, not so much. But trapping small game probably is second best behind fishing. But these are great things to do, a lot of fun. You can get out and do them. So I'm going to go back to cutting some more triggers and things. And this is where your knife skills, your knife handling skills, and your carving skills come in. The tri-stick and stuff like that. The ability to use the knife safely and not cut or injure yourself, and craft the things, the kinds of tools that you need. It's all a matter of those skills. So there you have it. Just some food for thought. Get a book on snares and trapping. Go out and practice. It's just a great fun way to spend an afternoon out in nature. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.